The new year is almost over. We have 5 months left, and that's it. So let's make sure we get a new habit in there and train legs yet again. I haven't been training legs because of my lower back injury that happened like 3 or 4 months ago. So I've been trying to ease into it and trying to fix the issue. So if you had an issue with your lower back, if you're trying to train legs and you just don't know what to do, or if you're new, this video is gonna be perfect for you. Keep in mind that not all back injuries are the same as mine. So you may have to tailor or switch things up for yourself and maybe not even do them at all. So let's get right into it. Before we do that, go ahead and hit that like button because I know this is gonna be special for you and you're gonna like it. I assure you, it's gonna be easy. We have a couple exercises and let's get right into it with the first one, which being lying leg curls.
The first thing that I like to do is hug the portion of where the handles are connected to. That's correct. Usually I don't like to use the handles because it doesn't give me great stabilization. Rather, I like to engage my lats by hugging the portion of the handles and get that better stabilization. The next thing that I like to do is dorsiflex my foot. Now, when I first started off, I did not know what this meant. So your toes are just being pointed towards your shins as if you were stretching out your calves. The leg extension machine is the next exercise. For this exercise, I'm just gonna keep my toes at a neutral position, meaning they're not pointing towards the left or towards the right. That way I'm getting an even distribution of the outer and the inner quad. Here I'm focusing more on higher reps. The reason for that is because dealing with my lower back injury, my quads overpowered my hamstrings. Adding to the issue, so for now, I'm just gonna be doing higher reps as I get reacquainted with training my legs. The adductors is a machine that a lot of people like to avoid or not do, especially guys. The first thing that I like to do when I'm getting set up for this machine, because it's not an easy machine to set up, is I open up the legs as wide as I want them to be, and then I sit down. But before I do that, I gotta make sure I have the appropriate weight already pinned on the machine. That way it is not moving up and down as I'm trying to sit down. For each rep, I'm gonna make sure that I'm squeezing or at least engaging my butt muscles. That way I'm feeling it somewhat there, but mainly the adductors are for the inner quad. This will help focus on closing that thigh gap we all have and that we all start with to give us better and bigger legs. This one exercise is something that either people do or people avoid. For me, it is part of my rehabilitation exercises that I need to do to make sure that I fix my lower back injury, and I'll say it has been working. So I highly recommend adding it to your routine and doing it the way I'm about to lay it out for you. And this one is gonna go perfectly with the next exercise when you combine them both. You can either do these with no weight or get a machine or add some weight to the best of your ability. Make sure it is light, right? As you can see here, I only have 50 pounds. Before this, I was doing it with no weight and just my body. We're gonna be squeezing and holding for 3 to 5 seconds and doing 20 reps. The reason we are squeezing the 3 to 5 seconds on every single rep is to activate the glutes, making sure they're working, getting that mind-muscle connection with those glutes. Especially for me, since my lower back injury was associated with my glutes not being properly activated, this could help you out in the long run. To go alongside with the last exercise, we're gonna be doing front squats, but not your traditional front squats. We're gonna be grabbing a light weight to counterbalance ourselves. We're gonna squat down all the way, make sure you're in a good form and just rest for a second, right? Now push or force your knees outwards. Then make sure that you're not caving them in. They gotta be out, trying to touch both sides of the walls to your left and your right. Here, once again, we're gonna be squeezing our butts and we're gonna come up about 2 inches from our resting squat and hold it again for another 3 seconds and then go back down to the resting squat position that we're just in. We're gonna be performing about 5 reps on this. Now this one goes hand in hand with the last exercise because now we have built a mind-muscle connection from the last exercise to our butts. Now that we're trying to squat and learning the pattern again, since we're squeezing that lower portion of the squat, it's just gonna make it a lot easier for us to distribute the weight equally the more weight we add on our backs.